If you really think about it, a sidewalk is just a designated path for humans to walk safely away from the metal beasts speeding down the road next to them.
It is interesting that we consider it relaxing to sit in the sun, which is technically bathing in radiation from a giant explosion in space. It is interesting that we consider it normal to have a favorite color, even though colors are just different frequencies of light bouncing off objects into our eyes.
It is interesting that we build huge stadiums just to watch people play games with a ball, treating it with the same seriousness as a battle or a war.
Your fingernails are essentially just hard protective shields for your fingertips that you have to trim constantly because they never stop growing until the day you eventually die. Technically, a sponge is just a porous block that we use to soak up liquids and wipe dirt off surfaces until it gets too gross to use anymore. If you really think about it, the mute button is just a power move that allows you to demand immediate silence from the digital world whenever you feel like it. Your signature is just a unique scribble that you practiced over and over until your hand memorized the muscle memory to prove your identity. Your brain can wake you up exactly 1 minute before your alarm goes off just to annoy you, proving that your internal clock is sometimes more accurate than your digital one. Technically, a headache is just your brain complaining about something without telling you exactly what is wrong, leaving you to guess if you need water or sleep. Technically, a pillow is just a soft shelf for your head to rest on so your neck doesn't snap while you are unconscious for 8 hours a night. You trust that the internet will answer your questions even though it is just millions of computers connected together shouting information at each other at light speed. If you really think about it, a password is just a secret string of text that you repeat over and over to a machine until it stops feeling like a secret anymore. You trust vending machines implicitly even though they regularly eat your money without giving you the snack, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. You have probably walked past a building in your own city every day that you will never enter, and you will die without ever knowing what the inside of it looks like. You have probably met someone who will play a major role in your future, but right now they are just a stranger you walked past without noticing. You probably trust your GPS more than you trust your own knowledge of your city, blindly following the blue line even if it looks like it is wrong. You trust that the ground will hold you up every step you take without ever checking its structural integrity, assuming the earth is solid beneath your feet. If you really think about it, a shoe is just a portable piece of comfortable floor that you strap to your feet so you can walk on uncomfortable ground. Technically, a zipper is just 2 sets of metal teeth biting into each other to keep your clothes closed, and we trust them not to fail at the worst possible moments. Technically, buying a lottery ticket is just buying a license to daydream about being rich for a few days before you are inevitably disappointed by the results. You are constantly trading your limited life energy for money at a job, hoping you have enough life left at the end to actually spend the money on something fun. If you really think about it, a library is just a warehouse for thoughts that people wrote down to outlast themselves so strangers could read them later. You trust that the sun will rise tomorrow simply because it has done so every day of your life, even though you have no control over the mechanics of the solar system. Your brain creates dreams to keep itself entertained while your body is paralyzed for 8 hours a night, acting as its own movie director and audience combined. Technically, a headache is just your brain complaining about something without telling you exactly what is wrong, leaving you to guess if you need water or sleep. It is funny that we whisper apologies to furniture we bump into in the dark, but we often walk right past actual human beings without saying a single word to them. Technically, a napkin is just a piece of paper designed to be destroyed by the food on your face so your clothes don't have to suffer the same fate.